Don't sleep with it.
Why aren't you brave enough to talk to us and exchange it with us? Don't you wave your hand at me. I wave my hand at you.
When you grow up,
when I grow up, how dare you talk to women that way? How dare you that first? How dare you? That's right. You just whispered us.
You gotta hold the door, ma'am. You're gonna get arrested.
Arrested.
Senator, do you believe women?
It's hard to confuse everybody.
But still, it's better to be, you want to kill them with kindness, remember?
That's right. What?
They actually have people filming you the whole time. Cool. Classic, kill with kindness.
Guess what? Hey.
Destruction of private property. It's against the law.
Somebody gets raped by somebody and they're like, I'm a 16-year-old and I can't have this baby. Think you should keep it?
It's a baby.
Yeah.
If someone is raped and she gave birth and she decided to kill her 3-year-old child.
I meant to get your phone.
Someone call the cops.
Meant to get your phone.
Do not touch me. Someone call the cops.
Hey everyone, this idiot ass is back on campus.
Or that. How are you?
My name is Macy and I've been raped. So.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so are you really going to sit on my campus and tell me that rape culture is a myth today?
Yes.
I don't feel like I need to change your mind because...
Why?
Have you ever been raped?
I've not been raped.
Well, then I mean, can I change your mind by saying I've been raped and a good majority of my friends have been raped, so...
No, that wouldn't be a convincing argument. I'm very sorry. No. No, I think
the... Do you think rape culture is a myth?
Yes.
Why? Tell me why.
Well, would you like to sit down?
I don't generally consider myself an idiot asshole, but just for her sake, I'll play one on TV. This time I allowed her to assume that I know nothing so that she could teach me.
Thank you.
So I don't know how you have the audacity to come back on our campus and say that rape culture is a myth, because that's personally offensive to a lot of people I know, actually. And so especially the audacity to come here and
the audacity
really
to come here and speak the truth. I have the audacity
and speak the truth.
Yeah.
What the f is that?
Yeah.
You know what? How about somebody rapes you and then you come and tell me that rape culture is a myth?
That has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
How does that have nothing to do with what we're talking about? And I sit here and told you how empirical data is bullshit because of UCR crime reports.
I don't agree.
You didn't even know what a UCR crime report is. Do you even know what NCVS stands for? You tell me that.
Okay, so let's go through statistics.
Okay.
How often do you believe rape occurs? Because again, a rape culture, we both agree.
See, I cannot tell you the exact number because as I've repeated to you multiple times that UCR crime reports are simply not accurate, and there are other methods, and it is proven that those are not accurate. We do not have all of those numbers.
We don't have all of those numbers, but we have quite a bit. We have from the FBI, we have from the DOJ.
Yeah, but do you know where the FBI gets those? Is those UCR reports that you didn't know existed. Let the record show he didn't know what a UCR crime report is. I learned that in my intro to criminal justice class.
So how often do you think rape occurs? Some kind of evidence to support your premise that rape is tolerated or encouraged in the United States.
Yeah, I mean, it is tolerated. I mean, have you seen Brett Kavanaugh? Are you familiar with that situation right now?
Not at all. Enlighten me.
You don't know who Brett Kavanaugh is. This man doesn't know who Brett Kavanaugh is. No, and he's going to sit here and tell me that rape culture is a myth. He is currently, Donald Trump is trying to appoint him to the Supreme Court. And the fact that you don't know that shows me that you don't actually really know what's going on in society, because that isn't related to you personally.
None of what you've just said is correct. Does the word hubris mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't. Thank you.
The fact that did you really think that I didn't know who Brett Kavanaugh was?
I really didn't, honestly. At this point, I'm unsure what you actually know.
Right. Yeah. The whole reason was I was hoping for you to sit down, and you see now, if you go back, every single thing I told you I didn't know, because I wanted you to explain to me. You've explained nothing. You've presented no evidence or data. The only time you've addressed evidence or data is saying that it's bullshit, to use your words, and it doesn't matter. The amount of rapes matter. The conviction rates matter. What we do with rapists matters. And when you come out and you say we live in a rape culture, and you compare Dr. Christine Ford's allegations, let's say we have no idea whether they're true or not. Zero evidence whatsoever from 35 years ago. You can't run an investigation whether who, what, when, where, or why. We have none of it. To then use that as a springboard to say that we live in a rape culture, I think is intellectually disingenuous, and I think it does a great disservice to people who've actually been the victim of a horrible crime.
Yeah, I'm aware because I've been a victim to that crime, and as you say, like, you haven't. And you know, like you said, you didn't know what a uniform crime report is, and so maybe if you...
I also said I didn't know who Brett Kavanaugh was.
So, I mean, maybe you do know what that is, so then how can you sit here and tell me that...
How can you sit here...
That this is all, like, these statistics are all 100% correct?
No.
And who the hell let you back on this campus?
What the is wrong with you?
It's a public sidewalk.
So nobody invited you here?
You can't just sit
Officers, if nobody invited him here, can we ask him to leave this campus?
He needs to leave.
Is this being handled? You're a hero? Who the f said that? Raise your hand! Raise your hand if you're so f***ing proud of it! Have you ever been raped?
No.
And don't say then shut the f*** up!
Let me ask you this: have you ever had your house under threat with a bomb threat? You ever had the FBI at your house have to actually circle your house and have armed guards? So the point is, we all have individual experiences, but that does not change the fact of the matter that we do not encourage a rape culture in the United States. Rape is a horrible crime. Let's use Brett Kavanaugh as an example because you brought him up. This is really important. First off, what happened to you? I don't know the story. I don't want you to get into personal details if you're uncomfortable. Horrible, terrible. If that happened, I can't say that it has because I'm not allowed to.
Oh yeah, of course, it probably hasn't.
Well,
so.
no, legally I can't accuse a man of something if he has not been convicted of a crime. I believe you though. I believe you. I'm really sorry.
You're such a good person.
I'm really sorry that happened to you. But a good example with Brett Kavanaugh. Gang rape. If he raped people, cocked his head back and left, I say that castrate him and give him life. But if it's not true, I feel probably worse for him than any man I can think of in recent memory. The only difference between the two is castrate the man versus empathy is the truth. And I think with all of these arguments,
but so you're just saying this, you don't have the evidence either.
We're trying to seek the truth. I do have
Yeah, but like we don't have the truth, so how can you just say that?
That's a good question.
I'm going to have to interrupt just a minute.
That's a good question.
That would be awesome. But like, why is he allowed on our campus if this isn't even like an organized event?
Part of this?
No, I am not part of this event.
Okay, so you're free to go anytime. You don't have to actually.
Yeah, I know, but if he's gonna sit here and say that rape culture is a myth, then somebody needs to sit here and say.
We're going to deal with that, but you're not helping the situation by adding to it. So adding him, no,
by adding to it, I added to rape culture by getting raped.
Whatever you need us to do.
You're not mad.
I understand.
So if I called you and said somebody raped me, you wouldn't be mad?
But that's
well,
not what's
you just
happening.
twisted my words, and I didn't say that.
Officer, what
Officer,
is
we want to work with you.
And I did not say I didn't have that.
I've been raped on your campus, sir.
And I'm sorry for that. Did we take care of you?
No, sir. He's still walking around on this campus.
Well, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get some order here, and if you're not willing to have to be a part of this, then you're free to leave, okay?
Well, if no one else is going to stand up for it, then I'm going to stand up for it.
Then you're okay staying here, because I just want to make sure he's not doing anything to you, harming you.
No, I'm not, officer.
All right.
So we can continue the conversation if you like, or anyone else will move forward.
I actually have class to get to, but
okay.
You know what? I hope you enjoy this, and I hope that you never get raped because it's horrible.
I hope so.
And rape culture exists, and you're telling me 1 in 1,000? I can tell you that's bullshit.
1 in 1,900.
Do you see 1,900 people standing here? I can guarantee you, multiple people right here have been raped, and this is not 1,900 people. So.
How can you guarantee that?
And if anybody needs TCUPD because they've been raped, good luck, because they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. Film it if you want, post it if you want. I introduced myself to this man, and this man is saying 1 in 1,900? 1,900?
According to the FBI, yeah.
According to the FBI, 1 in 1,900 people have been raped. I can guarantee that I'm not the only one standing here that's been raped. And we are not 1,900. So thank you. And thank you. And I hope you get the hell off our campus.
Hello, my name is Jane. I'm social justice based. Agree with me or you'll be shamed. Hello, my name is Jane. I'm social justice waste. Agree with